Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, so far it's all playing out nicely here. From my last video, we talked about Bitcoin's further drop, and so far it's all working out very nicely. So Bitcoin did drop overnight, as indicated towards the weekly candle close. We had a bit of volume. I need to take a look on the chart when exactly that happened. But yeah, from Sunday to Monday, we had a move. I told you that last few times I woke up on a Monday, we did have quite a lot of moves in the night, and again that happened. My view, however, was that we might not see a lot of movement until Wednesday, but it seems like the market is preempting what will be expected on Wednesday during the FOMC meeting and statement. So very interesting. It will, by the way, be a very interesting trading week after a very interesting trading weekend. So yeah, we can see a lot of cryptos going further down, all in line with my primary expectations. And I can now say that my scenario for Bitcoin is fulfilled. Yeah, the long term and the short term, we've reached a lower low. That is what I've been telling you since we reached the low on the 12th of May. Again, lots of criticism because a lot of people still believed the low was in. And we have here, at least on the Bitstamp chart, and believe on other crypto charts as well, we have made a lower low. You can see that here Bitcoin has made a lower low. That was all I was waiting for. Technically, short term now, the Elliott Wave count and the Elliott Wave scenario, my primary scenario, has been fulfilled. I'm extremely happy with that. Not only because the count was right or the scenario was right, and my what I told you, and sort of to make you aware that this is not a foundation to build a new all-time high on. Not only that view was right, but it is so good for the Bitcoin chart. Yeah, and that is most important. That is most important because honestly, as I said, this foundation here that Bitcoin created for a potential new all-time high was no foundation for a new all-time high. So it was a clearly corrective wave structure. And had we broken out to the upside, which nobody can forecast if that happens or not, yeah, because it was a potential, it was a probability, but a low one. But nevertheless, it was a probability to break out from here to the upside, maybe go to 45, 50K, maybe even 55. However, because this is not a foundation on which you can build new all-time highs, we would have come down even lower. And the problem with that would have been that it would have moved that whole painful correction out even longer. So I'm extremely happy that we're coming down now. Thank you, Bitcoin. You listened. And now we can look at the chart and take a look at what Bitcoin is actually doing. So it's all working out. Last video, I showed you that the wave 2 in yellow might have peaked here at that resistance level. Yeah, we looked at the Fibonacci retracements and I said, look, it could be it's peaked. Yeah, might go a bit higher, but as soon as you see confirmation, which means a move below the wave 5 low at 26.8K or 26.9, then you can be certain that we break through and will head for the 12th of May low, and we even went below it. So scenario fulfilled, yeah. And also it sort of proves that my wave count was right, not only because we did in the end move down, but also because this wave was so strong. So what we can expect is that this here is a wave 3, yeah, but only a wave 3 in yellow, but in my opinion, only at the moment a wave 1 of the wave 3. So yeah, like that, okay? So that we're waiting here still for the wave 3 to finish. The reason for that is I think I gave you in the last video the targets for the wave 3 in yellow. And we can look at them again. Let me just see. We do that again from here. Targets for the wave 3 in yellow. From here to the wave 1 low, to the wave 2 peak. Yeah, around 22.6K. So wave 1 came, that is the minimum, yeah, rather lower. So we've come down now lower, yeah, and that means we now expect a wave 2 in, we can expect a wave 2, let me think, yeah, a wave 2 in yellow, no, sorry, a wave 2 in green. The problem is that it looks like the wave 1 in green here isn't even finished yet. So what I can see here at the moment is maybe a wave 1, 2. This would have been wave 3. Yeah, and we're waiting, but this might have been wave 4. And I'm still waiting for wave 5 in green. Yeah, so wave 5 in green. No, not wave 5 in green. Wave 5 of wave 1 in green is still to come. So we might head a little bit lower to finish this one off. Yeah. Not massively. Yeah, not massively. And then we should see a retracement to the upside in a wave 2 in green. That will be an ABC correction again. Then we will see a wave 3 in green. Now, where will that land? And here we just need to take it. Here we just need to see, because there are now various price targets that could come into fruition. There's a possibility that we will, with that wave 3 in green, even go below the target of the wave 3 in yellow, because the wave 1 here is quite long. So this is what we need to see. We need to see how high does wave 2 go now. And I mean, let's say wave 1 is maybe finished. And if it's not finished, it will go only a little bit lower, in my opinion. Let's say it is finished. Where would we expect those retracements? So usually, again, for a wave 2, you would expect the 50% to the 78.6% FIB level. So we can expect 26.5K to 27.5. Bear in mind, this is a move against the trend direction, so it is unpredictable. It doesn't need to go that long. We've seen the last few times that a wave 2 did only move to the 38.2% FIB level, like this one here in yellow. It only reached the 38.2% FIB level, and that is absolutely possible, especially if the market is very weak. Okay, so ideally level between 26.5 and 27.5K, between the 50% FIB retracement and the 78.6. But it's not a must. It's not a must. So yeah, this is where we are. Further unfolding to the downside. Waiting for maybe a little bit more downside before we move up in a wave 2 retracement, before we come down in a wave 3 of 3. Then there will be a wave 4 of 3 and a wave 5 of 3 to finish off the yellow wave 3. Then there will be a wave 4 in yellow and a wave 5 in yellow, and that will complete Bitcoin's correction. That is how far I can see it at the moment. And looking at how far we're coming down in this wave 1 now in green, it is not unlikely that we will break below my target area of 20K. Bear in mind, this is the target area I gave you back in November. So it is not a problem if I have to re-specify this now because we get new price information in. This is actually normal, and I'm actually quite surprised that this target area has stayed that relevant for so long. It was always important that we get below 28.6, but the area seems to be highly relevant between 20 and 28.6. So the 20K level is still one that can definitely hold, but looking at how far we are coming down already now doesn't make it unlikely that we are moving down to the 17K level, the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level. That is certainly interesting and important to understand. And here on the daily, you can see the MACD has just only turned down bearish, and this could really be the last bearish crossover that we've seen here that will lead to one more all-time low, not all-time low, but to one more low before we maybe start to see a recovery. And I mean that because, Bitcoin has now made a lower low again on the short time frame, and it's coming to my target area here in yellow, which completed overall the Bitcoin scenario. So it can already start to move up at any point. Here, short time frame now fulfilled as well, but I still think we have to complete those 5 waves. Therefore, lower levels still expected. But bear in mind, honestly, any low, and I have to say it so clearly, still haven't printed the t-shirt yet, but I have to say it very clearly. Every low can now be the last one. Bitcoin has fulfilled all the requirements to complete this correction, long-term and short-term. So all my scenarios have come into fruition. Elliott Waves work, yeah. Someone again said in the last video, Elliott Waves don't work. Honestly, then you have been in the wrong channel for the last 7 months. But this has worked out so well. We've come into the target area, and even here, when everybody got bullish again, primary expectation remained, going further down, which worked out. Now, it can take a while until we get out of this mess. Look at what happened here between May and July 21. We've tested and tested and tested these levels again. So this might happen now as well, yeah. So what might happen, go lower, yeah, test it, jump up, test it once more. Okay, so this might happen before we then start to see a recovery. I don't at the moment expect like a 10k Bitcoin. There's just no evidence for it yet. Yeah, it is possible. I'm not telling you it's not possible, but I don't see the evidence yet, so it doesn't really make sense to speculate around it. We have to go by from the likeliest scenario to the likeliest scenario, and at the moment, for me, it is one more lower low, maybe 17k. Yeah. Worst case would be 10.6k, but then I really don't want to know what happens with a lot of the altcoins. So we'll see. I'm keeping you updated. Yeah, as soon as I see bullish evidence that this overall correction is over, I will of course let you know. Bear in mind that as soon as we start going up, a lot of people will shout again, the low has been in. And this is absolutely possible from now. Yeah, it all depends on which price structure is then forming. Technically, the low could have even been in here because Bitcoin fulfilled the long-term requirements. But based on the price structure that formed here, I've been telling you throughout May that no, we're not going to break out from here. Yeah, even though it's possible, but it would not be an all-time high breakout. I was very clear about that. So I'm glad that it finally decided to move down. And all it needs is a proper impulse to the upside. Okay, and then we can say with more confidence that the low has been in. All right, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.